Okay, hello, and welcome back, folks. It has been 24 hours, about. Thanks for your patience with the lateness again. I need to figure out my snacking times a little better because I keep being in the middle of eating when I should be starting. But anyway, let's get this text off of the screen. So, given that it has been only 24 hours, there is not any extra community news stuff to go over. We can just kind of jump on in. My plan for today is do Chapter 3, and then see the time. I have a feeling Chapter 3 will kind of be it. I did do a little scan of Chapter 3 as well as Chapter 4, just to see how long they are. Because I know, like, Chapter 6, I remember for sure that one is significantly shorter than the others. But I don't know. I had a feeling that one of the other ones was also kind of on the short side. But, yeah, 3 and 4, I think 4 is a little bit longer than 3, because it has a longer preamble before the actual, like, thing. Yeah, so probably just Chapter 3 today. Also because, like, Chapter 3 and 4 are both, like, really heavy hitters. I mean, you can tell from the objects, right? Mindfang's journal and the white cue ball. You can probably guess who is associated with those items. Yeah, so there's a lot of... Both of them are about confronting figures that were manipulative and abusive towards her. So, both pretty heavy hitters that I want to give the time and attention they deserve, and energy, that as well. So, that's the plan for today. I think just Chapter 3, unless we somehow miraculously whiz through it like it's nothing. Even then, though, we'll see. I mean, because the true experience would be reading them one at a time anyway, because that is how the updates came out. But that's neither here nor there. We can do it whatever way we want, or more specifically, I guess, whatever way that I want, because I'm the one who's controlling all this stuff. Yeah, I guess let's just hop on in. Chapter 3. Year 4. So the start of the Tavros one was year 2. This is year 4. So again, we've had another huge time jump happen from the last time. Now, if we were to calculate using the numbers previously discussed, hello Leku, welcome, we're just hopping in. Calculating using the numbers previously discussed, this is approximately close to 2 sweeps from Vriska's perspective as a troll. Oh, sorry, I just had to scoop my chair and it's bumping with my keyboard tray. Okay. I'm trying to, like, I have really bad computer posture. This should not be a surprise to anyone, but I have spoken of this before. I'm trying to, at least while I'm streaming, if not any other time, sit properly in my chair, like with my back straight against the back of the thingy. Because, yeah, sitting here crunched has been pretty bad for my muscles. Hello, Ala. Welcome, Uwus. And yes, Thaku, I will do a little bit of hydration. You can hear that, right? That picks up on the mic. Cute Nana. Yeah, the Nana Sprite. Or the Nana Sprites, because we'll see more expressions from her, are very cute. But yes, we're starting off chapter 3, conversing with a different sprite. We've pretty much just been talking to Dave Sprite, or Dave Peta Sprite, pardon me, so far throughout the prologue in the first chapter. Oh, and the second chapter, because they named it, it's like prologue / chapter 1, and the one we did yesterday was chapter 2, which is a funny way of doing stuff, but if it works, it works. Yeah, let's see what Nana has to say. Oh, there you are! Feeling like you're getting your lucky mojo back again? That Nana voice is probably gonna do a lot of morphing. I'm trying to figure out how I did it before. I think it's like, because it's not, I think my Nana voice is not too much different from my Jane voice. I just made it sound like a little bit more granny-ish. We'll workshop it. Oh yes, and before I read Vriska's line, this is, for another 2-year time jump, we've got another new Vriska sprite. Right, because all of this time is passing for her inside of the point. She's still, like, growing and stuff. Was she 16 before entering? Yeah, that's, I'm pretty sure that is the right number. I was just trying to think of that as well. Because very little time passed for her between the end game and falling into the candy universe, right? So she is, or was 16, and so this is now Vriska Circuit at approximately 20 years old. This is adult Vriska Circuit. Yeah, still wearing that same eye patch, but yeah. Finally lost the rest of that baby face roundness. God, I remember being like 14 and like fucking poking my face in the mirror because it was like we learned about that in health class. We were like, yeah, like you still have some like baby fat on your face, and that, well, he starts going away, and looking at myself and like, go away, I'm a big kid. God. Oh, to be 14. Anyway. So, Nana asked Vriska if she was feeling like she was getting her lucky streak back, and the answer is not really. But everyone has been trying so hard to cheer me up. I thought I'd give it another try. Tell Nana about it. You know how I love a good bit of girl talk. I don't want to bore you. It's just the same problem as always. Finally, I get my sea legs and figure out what this whole process is about. Breeze through Aridin and John and Kanaya, only to get stuck all over again on her. What I wouldn't give to see the fucking conversations, the sessions with Aridin and John and Kanaya. Ugh. Oh, if anybody comes across like fic, someone writing fic of what those scenarios might have been or something like that, please do send my way. But yeah, what I wouldn't do to be a fly on the wall during those conversations. Ugh. for many reasons. But one of them is that I love Kanaya Mariam very much, and I want more of her. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think about like what the crux of those conversations might be in the way that they were with like Tavros, for example. Because with Tavros, it was like realizing that she was in a lot of ways projecting her own fears and complexes onto him. With Kanaya, I'm sure it would be about their failed romantic dalliances, let's say. Yeah, John, of course, their whole like mentor-mentee relationship that I feel like wouldn't be entirely dissimilar to the conversation with Tavros, just for the fact that she was trying to do to John kind of similar to what she was doing to Tavros in the whole like, I'm gonna make you good, I'm gonna make you better thing. And Aridin as well. There's complexities there. I need to reread Homestuck. That's an aside. I think I've said that a couple times before within the last year. I need to reread that damn comic again. And it would be my first time rereading it independently since like fucking 2017. Because that was like, I did a full reread of Homestuck on my own and actually blogged about it on my Tumblr before I started the Homestuck reread streams later in that year. Because yeah, those two sets, the first and then the second Homestuck reread streams were the last two times that I read through the comic. And you should read it again. Because Homestuck is good. And also, I would like to refresh myself on more details. We'll see if I ever read the epilogues ever again. I feel like I should at least once, simply for the fact that I do have the physical hardback copy that Viz Media did. I do own the paper copy of the epilogues, and I feel really bad because it was a Christmas gift, and I've still never cracked it open. So I feel kind of like I wasted my parents' money. So if for no other reason than that, I should give it one more go. But yeah. Yes. Kanaya also makes me think about the updates that came out, like the following pages after this, which I'm really excited to read with you all because she's there and I love her. And there's other things about this page that are very exciting that I love also. Anyway. Yeah. So apparently after figuring things out with Tavros, Aridin and John and Kanaya were easy breezy, but not her. Of course, this is Mind Things Journal that we're getting into. Well, I'm sure there is some common thread. Every trial you face is designed to better prepare you for the next. I'm not so sure. She's different from the rest of them, and no matter how I approach this, I can't figure out what the hell she wants. You'll figure it out sooner than you expect, dearie. I have the utmost faith in you. Thanks, Nana Sprite. Honestly, having you and Nana Sprite 2 here has made this whole experience way more bearable. Oh, you know what they say. Flattery will get you all the cookies two lovely aged blue ladies can fit in one oven. Hell yes! It's funny, thinking back on it. John and I actually had a conversation about you sweeps ago. We kind of bonded over how, past our cultural differences, we shared the same experience of connecting to our predecessors through their writings. I'm glad he finally got to meet you. I hope he appreciated every minute of it. Oh, I'd like to think so. Oh my god, I just realized that ooh. I'm so sorry. I got distracted rambling about like a bajillion other things and then didn't do that. So I'm gonna start now. Shut up. Ooh, whoops. Oh my god. That's really fucking funny. But also fuck off, but also that's really funny. Ooh, whoops. Yeah. Alright. Gonna fix my ooh whoopsies now, and I never wanna didn't like that one the moment it left my mouth. We're gonna start doing oohs now. I miss that boy. He could be such a pill at times, but we had some lovely chats. Always sung his heart out during our little jam sessions too. Doc, can you believe he has his own little progeny now, strutting his shit in that same oddly secure, self-assured way? I wonder how those kids are doing right now. What exactly do humans get out of these familial primate relationships anyway? Is it a chemical manipulation thing? Some would say so, and of course there is some truth to that. That said, it's hardly the whole story. People are much too concerned with trying to boil down these kinds of marvelous profundities to cold, hard facts. I'd go blue in the face trying to weigh out every rhyme and flimsy whimsy a post can have for baking up a brood. Okay, yes, yeah. I'd go blue in the face trying to work out every rhyme and flimsy whimsy of food. Okay. Yeah, like rhyme and reason kind of thing. Yeah. You proliferated yourself, though, right? Why? There was a beautiful sense of novelty to it, I suppose. Like both John and you, my role model was my own tome of japes, left behind by my dearly departed adoptive father. It never sat right with me how limited my experience with actual humans was. Loving the nanolore, just like putting that out here. Very much appreciating the elaboration on her thoughts in her childhood. I couldn't exactly bring that man back from the dead, but I could put myself in his shoes and do the bang-up job he never had the opportunity to do. Not to mention, I like babies. That's it? I don't know. Couldn't you have done anything else? What's so special about babies? I saw one in passing and they're weird as hell. Rose told me they even pee their damn pants. They sure do. Sometimes they'll even pee on you too. They pee on people? What? That sounds like a nightmare. It is. One time my son laughed at me as it was happening. Ugh. He was white though. It was funny. So that was it? There wasn't anything else you wanted in life? You were fine with pee? Well, I was fairly enamored of the idea of getting even once upon a time. Something that... Hello? Sorry, this is like... I don't know if my mic picked that up. Sometimes street noises outside my window actually do get picked up by my microphone if they're loud enough. Somebody just fucking burnt rubber outside my house. Tire squealing taken off from a standstill or something. Anyway, sorry, that was just distracting. Right, the idea of getting even. Enamored with the idea of getting even. And yes, this is how we loop back to Vriska problems. because she's very familiar with getting even, or being enamored of the idea of getting even. Hello, Corencio. Welcome. Did Baby Jake kill the Colonel guy instantly, or was that a little later? Baby Jake killed Colonel Sassacre instantly, immediately. Like, his meteor landed, Colonel Sassacre went to see what was up with that, and then Jake shot him through the heart, and that is why you should not allow babies to dual-wield flintlock pistols. So yeah, it was a pretty quick down. But yes, then Nana Jane was able to have that connection with him still through Colonel Sassacre's oh my god, now I'm trying to remember the like full flowery title. Colonel Sassacre's daunting book of something japeries. Oh man, this is gonna bother me now. See, this is why I need to reread Homestuck. And yes, that is exactly why baby shouldn't be allowed to dual wield flintlock pistols. That's like, God, that page and that line is a really iconic one. Colonel Sassacre's daunting text, yeah. Magical. Hold on, I'm not looking at Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical something and frivolous japeries or some shit. Okay, now I'm loading up the wiki page. Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. Okay, so I was like halfway there. With that, I had a few things pretty jumbled, but I kind of sort of mostly got it. Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. Yeah, so Nana was, and then of course the rest is history. It got passed down to John, and then she wrote the letter in it as a sprite and sent it back in time, and you know, and then it killed a cat, etc., etc. Right, okay. Well, I was fairly enamored of the idea of getting even once upon a time. So many nights spent plotting that awful woman's downfall and making her pay for all the indignities of my childhood, though always making me feel like I was powerless to do anything. Yes, and babies should also not wield Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. For a while, I even thought it was my fate. Yes! That's what I'm fucking talking about. Hush up now, none of that. Fantasizing about all that, even after my own death and resurrection, is absurd. Not to mention that now, after seeing what my younger self has gotten up to in this realm, I clearly underestimated the depth of my own desires. Yes, we love a connection to Jane in the current timeline, too. Yeah. I do appreciate very much that, there was that prior conversation between Jane and Jake, and I like this a little bit too, like providing background for how the fuck Jane got to be the way that she is. Because, like, yeah, okay, there was certainly a lot of reasonable conjecture around the times, even if, like, the epilogue's coming out, just being like, she was being brainwashed to take over Crocker Corp. So, like, of course she would have all of these ideas. But, like, the extra, like, giving that more depth. Mwah. Love it. Come on, we're not doing this again. You can't keep... Hold on a second. Come on, we're not doing this again. You can't keep comparing yourself to her. She's a freak, and you're like the least freakish person I've ever met. I'm not trying to get myself down, dearie. It's simply a fact of reality. I'll never know if any of my schemes coming to fruition would have left me satisfied, and now I highly doubt it. The past is always going to be the past. It's all a bit embarrassing, really. All that said, watching your progress these past few years has inspired me to frame the whole debacle a little differently. Oh? Is that enough oohs? It's a little hard to keep track in these kind of talk sprite ones. Because I don't remember where the end of this conversation is. Or how much longer this might go on. I'm gonna call that, I think. Yeah. I had always wanted Betty Crocker to know what a mistake it was to steal my life. My potential from me. So we're getting like a little bit class specty. Association of life with potential. Thematically. But the real issue was that not once during my childhood See, now I've oohed for so long that I'm like reading words normally, and that's throwing me off. But the real issue was that not once during my childhood did I ever feel particularly wanted or welcomed into the world. I only had my brother, and even he ran off on me. Oh, Jake. Yet despite that fact, and the anger and disappointment, I've still raised someone who knew what it was like to be loved. You sure did, Nana's right. Rip Dad Egbert. I never once questioned choosing my son over some run-of-the-mill escapade or rousing romp. And while in my twilight years of retired spritehood, I've often pondered the could-be. Seeing that choice isn't innate to every iteration of Jane Crocker has assured me that I did indeed fulfill a path of potential to its fullest degree. I'm grateful to her for that. Marginally. I guess that makes sense. Weren't you worried, though, that you weren't following the right path or living up to your destiny? I never even considered that. Is that how you kids think these days? My lord, no wonder none of you go outside anymore. I mean, that line of thinking in particular, that's a Friska problem. Although, in our crunch time, gotta be on that grind kind of culture, productivity at all times, always, all the time culture, worrying about not living up to your potential in terms of productive output is a plague upon many of our generation, yeah. Destiny always meets you on the path you take to avoid it. Or so a turtle told me once. Ah, that turtle from a specific thing. I do like that line, but I don't recognize where it would be from. Right. Now nobody going inside. Don't patronize me, old lady. Destiny is the foundation of my godhood. True. I am only a simple elderly woman, stand mixed with the unknowable secrets of the universe and a one-armed clown doll. But from my experience, I would still argue that destiny mostly fulfills itself. Stand mixed with the unknowable secrets of the universe and a one-armed doll. There are many more important things you should focus on, such as getting the heck out of here. Wow, I've been pep-talked and I didn't even realize it. You have a point, though. It's not like I have any other plan but to keep trying. Also, sorry for getting snippy there. Don't fret over it, dear. Blue gentlewoman appreciates a bit of bite to her compeers. Yes, Nana does agree. See, Nana Sprite? You're the only one that gets it. You're a real one. Damn right I am. I love her. Whoa, getting crazy now. Tee. Ah, look at the little heart with 8 threes on it. And that big smile. Okay. So we're all warmed up. Let's confront Mindfang's journal. Yeah, so this looks like a spider web, but something about it also reminds me of the cracks in Paradox Space when they were leading Lord English in the circle. Y'all know what I mean? Okay. So I'm gonna like try and differentiate my Mindfang voice and my Vriska voice, even though I think historically I've done them like extremely similar, which, you know, makes sense. But let's see how I can toss this up. The girl was thrown into emptiness. Despite the darkness, the space wasn't foreign. The way the moons hung in the sky, the sound of the waves as they crashed, the breeze, these were all familiar sensations. As was the figure before her, though she had only ever seen it behind her eyes, its form was shaped by words. You can drop the ominous buildup. I already know the twist. Oh? Had the thief been here before? Yep. In brief summary, at least once a week for the last 2 years. Oof. Broaching every kind of chit-chat that goes absolutely nowhere. The whole endeavor usually ends with me either killing you or feeding myself to you. And for some reason, you talk like a book, which is a huge headache, by the way. Or feeding herself to her. Yeah, because this is not just Mindfang. It's also Spider-Mom. We'll get there. Well, she was a book, our esteemed narrator. That's how Vriska knew her, at any rate. And unlike a certain someone, she knew the value of showmanship. Yeah, you really shook me the first time around. You were all like, surprise, bitch. I'm both the Marquise and your Lucis. And I fell straight on my ass, flipping the fuck out like a big tool. But FYI, after the last 100 or so reveals, it just comes off as trying way too hard. And hello, Vriska's Hive. Hi, Mom Fang. It's been a bit. How are you? The spider did not pause to find an answer. She already had one. Hungry, kill, eat, shit, death. So, same as usual. Awesome. Glad to hear it. So what's on the agenda this time? Do not say revisiting how I found that old journal or my first feeding. Would the spiderling prefer returning to the day she got stuck in this web and had to eat her way out? No! I do not want to be a kid again, period. What about the day her Lucis died? Done that. Sick of it. I always almost drown in blood, and it makes the whole canyon smell terrible. It's bad enough being stuck back in this place. If you want to go down memory lane again, I'm jumping. The girl was blinded by her pupated angst. As befouled as those webs were, this gossamer carnage had been home once. Her time here made her who she was. Is that why we're here in arguably one of my least favorite places to exist? Instead of telling me my own origin story, can we skip to the end where I clear this shit once and for all and move on to someone that matters? The thief's request was denied by the narrator, who wondered if it would kill the younger circuit to collaborate. Had she not once what's that 8 supposed to be? Intricately, Jesus. It's been a while since I've been tripped up by a typing quirk. Had she not once intricately woven her own daring campaigns? What happened to that thespian vivacity? I don't know if it's a fatal symptom of watching the sweeps go by, but flarping isn't as fun anymore. A lot of energy and drama for nothing. That statement was so unbelievable as to be almost insulting. Who could deny a little drama? Everyone appreciated a good game, especially the girl. Okay, yes, I am attached to the struggle, but back then, all that satisfaction was pretty short-lived. Every win I had to share with her. Every moment, I felt her waiting for me. It feels bad not getting a choice when you do all the fucking work. When we were sailing the high seas, we did not exhaust our exploits with self-indulgent contrition. Daily, we made bets with death, and whichever faulty pan-lobes occasionally sparked empathetic were rightly silenced, that we might revel in our winnings undisturbed. We have always taken what we wanted. Sure, the booty was great, up until the point where there was no one left to play with. After that, it was all as good as garbage. That spoke to a problem with the girl's mindset. Trolls died. On a planet built to breed killers. Was that such a bad thing? Little Spiderbite beat them all, not because she was talented or smart or particularly strong, though she was all of those things. It was because she learned the rules before anyone else did. So I'm only alive thanks to you? Because you were just that necessary and important? It was true. Grub. Bzz, wrong. I'm not falling for that hoof shit again. I've already tried respecting you for making me the best, but you know what I'm realizing? I didn't have to go through all of that to be strong. Vrissy didn't. Yay, she's maybe not gonna treat Vrissy like crap when she gets back. Yay. Even growing up in a fake world where no one has a spine and with barely any guidance, her powers can do things mine can't. So what silver lining is left, honestly? But that's the point, right? There is no positive spin, no learning to appreciate you, because even by Alternian standards, you sucked. You weren't a custodian, you were a responsibility. I protected you, I cared for you, and you would have happily killed me the moment things didn't go your way. And? That's not fucking normal. It was for a spider. Ugh, these sprites. Ooh. God, you're insufferable. I had one place I was supposed to feel safe. Why did you have to be everything wrong with the world rolled into one terrible monster? The spider has no answer to that. She has never once thought of her own nature. She has only ever lived and devoured. Hungry, kill, fuck, eat, feed. I know you're hungry. What about me? My entire grubhood I gave and you took. For once, what about what I want? She had never considered this. And wasn't considering it now, to be clear. But the narrator was curious. What did the spiderling want from the monster? To hear her say, "Thank you for the young girl's service, for her to be sorry. What I want is for you to go back in time and protect that fucking kid like you were supposed to. If you did, maybe I'd be able to relax and let my fucking guard down for once, instead of just constantly ruining things and thinking everyone is going to turn around and kill me. Oh my god. Tavros was right! Yeah. Can we get some fucking poggers in chat for Vriska saying Tavros was right for what, like the second or third time in so many pages? Haha, pages, because Tavros. Oh, shit. Hello. Welcome, James Roach. Welcome. Good to see you. I hope you are enjoying the stream today. Yeah. That's wild. Welcome in. Yeah, celebrating Vriska finally admitting that Tavros can be right about something every once in a while. Fuck yeah. Yeah, more progress. Do I? I was like trying to think, like, I feel like there was something else in my head that wasn't poggers, but I don't know what it was. But all I could think of was F's in chat. But this is not an F's in chat moment, because this is a good thing. But, yeah, sweet. Okay. Tavros was right. Oh my. Food? Ugh, shut the fuck up. Now I get why talking to all my friends finally led up to you. You're the reason why I could never trust anybody. Even her. Especially her. Now this is like... just talking about Terrace? Oh, that's what I feel this is pointed at. I was so terrified of getting it wrong, so I'm stuck following in the footsteps of the Marquise. And what, thought our intrepid narrator, was so bad about that? She'd always seen herself a comfort to the young troll. She taught her descendants so much, and in such lurid detail. You think? Yeah, lurid detail indeed. It was 80% smut. It was well written, one of a kind. Oh, wow. Reading words. Give that one more go. It was a well-written, one-of-a-kind historical document that mapped out all the swashbuckling majesty of a brilliant woman's destiny. Of course you'd say that. You wrote it. But sure, you helped keep me alive, and made me a wicked pirate. Unfortunately, it made everyone else hate me. I could have been anybody, and you took that away from me. You made me afraid of it. Stupid, 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 stupid. The girl had to be reminded she is not special, or has to be reminded. She is not the victim of some great tragedy. She is an apex predator, a biological, existential threat to all those that cross her path. She thought showing weakness would have solved all of her problems. Those irrelevant victims she spent so much time mourning didn't want her companionship. They wanted to make new holes inside her to ensure their own survival. Idiot. Oh, stop it. I don't want to think like that anymore. It was the girl's birthright to be voracious and awful, Those blueprints could not be abandoned. The spider, the narrator, the child, they were all looking into the same mirror. Trapped. Please, I know, okay? Why didn't you just stay dead? Why didn't I kill you sooner? I should have saved myself before it was too late. But even as she said it, the thief knew that was never an option. Emancipation couldn't be granted to either party, only mutually assured destruction. I wish it had been different. Impossible. I wish I was born somebody else. Oh. Another dead end. Fine, fuck. Just let me get out from under you then. Let me be my own fucking person for once. What will you do? Hungry. Huh. Kill. You know, every week I come in here trying to figure out what more you could possibly want from me. And every week it's the same shit. I really am such a moron. Feed. Exactly. It was never any deeper than that. The answer was right in front of my face. Well, I'm not your free meal ticket anymore. Morricide, then? Nah. Oh, matricide. I don't know why the 8s are... I think it's because it's like... This conversation has been making liberal use of 8s in place of letters. And 8 as the number 8. And then also using it in words that are not super commonly used in everyday parlance, like matricide. Yes, matricide then. I never really wanted that either. Lest the girl forget, there were only 2 choices. Die. But that's not true. I'm not a Wiggler anymore. Alternia is dead. For once in my life, I have options. And just what did the ungrateful little upstart mean by that? I'm glad you asked. It means I finally get to walk away from all this. And I'm not going to look back. The spider forgot her hunger, for a moment at least, as the reality of such a statement sunk in. She was only a spider. She did not fear death or feel regret or hold any sadness. She never once loved the girl. She did not feel responsible. That said, the arachnid had grown accustomed to the small creature's presence. She extended one long, spindly leg before her towards the young troll, as if to say, "Hug?" Oh, absolutely not. Hell no. That proved a good call, as the spider had 100% planned on eating the girl. Instead, the long limb was retracted, placed between the monster's own massive jaws. The spider would not notice when the girl turned to leave. And the girl would not turn around to see if she had. The bound cover was closed on our trusted narrator as she whispered these final words. Good luck, Vriska. Be assured you will need it. Ooh! Yeah, just leave. Simply don't feed her. Abscond. I'm also wondering if there's perhaps a typo there, Aleph, or if I am... something's flying over my head. Yeah, that was good. Good writing. I'm like trying to find the words for it. Because, like, yeah, like, I mean, all through reading that even, I didn't have a whole lot to, like, interject with necessarily in terms of side comments or being like, oh, yeah, that's not the other thing. Because it, like, it speaks for itself so well. Beam is just Gen Alpha Peak. Really, Moen, you didn't write this one, but whoever did, it's so good. It's just like, yeah, it speaks for itself so well. Beam is just Gen Alpha Peak. Is that, oh, what have I done? Oh, no, we're fine. Sorry. I was clicking on things on my dashboard trying to, like, get places, and for some fucking reason, I don't even know where it would have gotten this from, but it pulled up Varg Skeletor's stream, and now I'm in... I don't even know who Party Chat is. At least I know Varg Skeletor. Why is my Twitch app, like, breaking on me? Okay, I'm just gonna stop touching it. Sorry, that was like a complete sidebar from the actual conversation that was happening. But as I was about to do that, I had the realization, I was like looking at my keyboard, I was like, oh, is Peem becoming a thing because M is under K on the keyboard and it's just a common typo? I recall being 14 and having an inside joke with some friends related to a particular typo that I made a bunch of times. But yeah. The only power it ever had over her was whatever she gave it, and without that, what was it? Just a teenage girl's perception of a legendary icon filtered through her own upbringing. Right, the journals in particular, and then that kind of filtering it over her own upbringing, yeah. The baby, yeah. But, yeah. That would explain why I didn't, yeah, I am more and more reaching the point where I don't understand, or I'm not familiar with teenager memes. The fact that I no longer have a job where I work with teenagers is also a contributing factor to that, because that'd be a fun thing. Every summer I'd show up to camp and I would always learn something fun and new from all of our wonderful campers. But yeah, let's see what those rungs look like. Level complete, because we've got the ladder at the end. Okay, level complete, and we can see the candle has continued to melt and burn down, melt down a little bit more. Okay. From the bottom, not the top. Existential kindling, splendor dysphoria, wax catharsis, burnout lobotomy, striking flint, gaslight persona, fraud killer, hierarchy of arachnids. I like that one. Electric complex, smoldering convalescence, gestalt of Rivia. Oh, why? I know what that's mixing together, and it's not coming into my brain. Anima ablaze, mind immolation, eudaimonic ignition, self-oxidization, and Riska's current rung, funeral pyre. Beautiful. And yes, the updated sprite on the other side as well. Boop. Well, my. Made a big list of about 100 of these and just like put them in there at random. Nice. Yeah, there's some really great ones in there. I've been enjoying getting to like peruse that list at the end of each of the chapters and like try and, you know, figure out what things are getting mixed together. They do seem thematically similar. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Yeah, they seem like rungs on a different system or all on one ladder. I guess they would be all on the same ladder because it's the same candle that's burning down every time. So I think I just answered my own question. Yeah. Yeah. Neato. It's not quite 11. We're just at the top of the hour. I'm a little bit tempted to do chapter 4. I know I said it probably wasn't going to happen, but I'm feeling it. I think I'm feeling it. Shrimp check. Checking my shrimp. I've actually been doing pretty good with my not shrimping today. It's pretty short. Yeah, it is shorter than the one we just did. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. It's only 11. All right. I am gonna take 5 though, just to give my voice a little break before we jump into the next one. But when I return, we will do chapter 4. I just almost said chapter 5 because I was thinking about setting the 5-minute timer. Yeah. So we're gonna take 5 and return for more of Vriska. Well, hello. It is time to resume. Okay. So, we are here. Chapter 4, which is Doc Scratch. Who else? Yes, the orb. Oh yeah, also it occurred to me over break, I was looking at chat and I was like, oh my god, duh. Seeing the emote of my dog. And I was like, that's what I was trying to think of when I was trying to tell people to put poggies in chat. I was like, because we got my boy. He's in the hallway sleeping right now, probably. He is not in the room today. But yeah, we got my boy. He's Poggers adjacent. Dog Pog. Yeah, he's a silly guy. Okay. So we have some pre-conversation with sprites, and then once again, and then we get into that thing. The puppet. The cue ball head. Alright. Woo! Long day. Oh yes, GCAT have first sprite. How am I gonna voice this? GCAT never really had, like, a voice, so I guess I'll just read it the same way I would for Tavros. Maybe you should take a break from all the totally awesome personal breakthroughs you are having, and kick it with me and Aerosol for a while. What an unlikely crew of people to just be chilling together. Tavros with Aridin and Solix. Yeah, you kind of look like shit. Says Scarf Shades make a lopsided. Says the buff-to-death bitch wearing the same raggedy jacket she wore since she was like 5. Wait, hold on. I got these double. Oh man, this is gonna be something. the double W's and the double V's, and also I'm lisping. Okay, let me try that one again. Says the busted ass bitch wearing the same raggedy jacket she's worn since we were like 5. Got him. Yeah, these two quirks. Says the guy who literally can't change his clothes. I can't be held accountable for my discord and class swag dichotomy. but here you are, a sweep and a half deep in a personally tailored realm of self-reflection, and you still choose to look like this. Whew, okay. We're getting through this. I'm gonna do it. Heh. Heh. It's so funny that this dynamic, like, works. Anyway, come chill. Or, instead of chilling, we could throw around a ball of yarn or something else visually stimulating that mimics my preferred quarry of small animals I could kill for fun and not eat. And I could chase it with my legs that aren't legs and are actually a ghost tail, which really has no bearing on my ability to move at all. Anyway, the important thing is that you should probably get some R&R, and also have a very vigorous playtime sesh with the boys. And maybe get wicked pranked on, so you don't burn out. He. Achoo! Dude, sneezed into your fucking shoulder or something. Aren't you done being allergic to yourself? I mean, I feel like I'm doing pretty good on the not being allergic to myself front, compared to before, considering that I have built-in magical autoimmune disorder, which I have nevertheless mostly triumphed over due to my vast willpower, and also because everyone yelled at me. God, I fucking wish vast willpower could triumph a fucking autoimmune disorder. Achoo! Yeah, the EXO, very good face. As tempting as it sounds to stick around and shoot the shit for a while, I think I need to keep going. I'm kind of on a roll here. Gotta strike while the iron's hot. Is the iron in the fire? You fucking know it is. That's cool. It's just that Aerosol and I have been sort of talking it over, and it kind of feels like the fire is about to get really, really hot. And maybe spending too much time in the fire is going to make your iron kind of melted and flaccid and shitty, instead of useful, in the blacksmithing sense that's relevant to this metaphor. Yeah. What? No way. These irons are always fired. Well. Ow, stop. My God. Well. Yeah. And historically speaking. Yeah, that's. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Don't be such a pussy. I literally can't not be a cat. You know what I mean. I've just got to get in there and make this shit happen. I pretty much am the fire. How bad could it even be? How bad could he possibly be? God, that just immediately jumped into my brain. I didn't even participate in any of that Onceler stuff, but it was kind of hard to not be completely fucking baked in it. Being on Tumblr in 12, 2011. How bad me be? Very bad if that item represents what I think it could. Uh-huh. Well, that's what they're trying to warn her about, because they know. Oh my god, you know, I haven't... There we go. Gotta turn up my computer's volume. I forgot to turn it back up after break. Because this song fucking slaps. Dog scratch monthly. This is where... Am I gonna have to look up another thing? Who the fuck is Major Klug? Am I gonna regret this? Wikitubia? What in the... Ah. Alright, I'm not even gonna try and understand this. This looks like I'm digging into something that's like way more intricate than I have the time for at the moment. Because we gotta keep going to find Doc Scratch. Let's see. Okay, I just tapped on my Twitch app and it didn't take me to another random streamer. I'm really confused about that. That was very weird. This is the chapter you were low-key dreading because you realized where we were heading next. Yeah, and it does get a little bit intense, so you have been forewarned. Yeah, and they're both like, oh, buddy, are you really fucking sure about that? Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this thing. Oh, okay, well, fuck off for trying, I guess. Have the fun getting traumatized. I'm not gonna get traumatized. Enter Scratch's parlor. There he is. Man, these sprites are so nice and sharp. Oh yes, he flickers a little. Right. Well, well. Isn't this a perfectly predictable inevitability? Sorry, I'm gonna speed the text a little bit on these ones. It certainly has been a while, Vriska. You seem to have blossomed nicely. Shut up. I don't... Yeah, ew. It was right. Care for a piece of candy? Oh, fuck your stupid candy, you globe-headed little freak. I know for a fact you'd enjoy it, but suit yourself. Ugh. I had a feeling ages ago that I'd be seeing your smug ass again. The feeling was mutual. Although it was less the wary hunch of a scared little girl than the delightful certainty that you'd come crawling back to me, sooner or later. Ugh. Yeah. No. Piano noises. There's literally only one person I can think of that would be worse for Vriska to run into in here. Ooh, I'm curious as to who you feel that one other, who you think that one other person is. Andrew Hussey. Andrew Hussey, the Homestuck character inside the comic Andrew Hussey. Sooner or later. Care to tell me how you've been? What, like you don't know? Of course I know. I'm always watching you. Ugh. I just figured I'd lend a little weight to the charade of our reintroduction and allow you a chance to greet me on your own terms. It's only polite. You know what? I've been pretty damn good. Been losing track of the sweeps I've spent in here fixing pretty much everything other than the thing I actually came in here to fix, but it's paying off. There's a convenient timer for the express purpose of tracking that. Yeah, and I never look at it because it pisses me off. But it's fine. It just means I've had a lot of time to think stuff over. Stuff that was holding me back, throwing me off course. Oh, right, there was not, I thought you were saying Gamzee. That would be an interesting one. Unlike chapter 2 and 3, this one did not start off by telling us what year it was. The conversation made it seem like this was pretty soon after, or like really close after, she got out of Spider-Mom Marquis' thing. Stuff like that was holding me back, throwing me off course. Things way more consequential than the baby grubshit pan games you used to play with me. Honestly, I should be surprised to even see you here. Really, all you were doing is sticking your stupid flat face into my real baggage. I like to think that I'm far and away the most prolific contributor to your baggage. You wish. Man, I figured maybe this place was working up to something really intense, but instead, all I get is Globehead the Grub Toucher playing Puppet Master again. What a joke. You fucked with a bunch of little kids and blew up, and then you lost. You could barely handle me when I was 6. I'm supposed to be scared of you now? Well, you're shaking. The fuck I am! Shaking with excitement to get you in my rear view, maybe. What is it you're supposed to teach me? How to be a oh boy. How to be a creepy little pedophile? How to dress and talk like a fucking tool? Come on. Teach me a lesson. Fucking bring it, you bald-ass bitch! Exquisite. I missed that fumbling braggadocio. Braggadocio? Pronunciation. It's heartening to know that this place hasn't cured you of it yet. It makes you so much fun to play with. Oh god, this next part really hurts. Hey, what the fuck? There we are. Now then, why don't we have ourselves a little game? What will you do? That's Calliope Green. Text. Ooh. Oh no, we won't be needing that. Let's get you into your uniform. Just bringing her back down to a child, making her feel small. Ah, and there she is. My favorite piece. I'm not your piece. We'll start with a variation of the King's Pawn opening. Thief to e4. Thief takes page. Ooh. Ah, fuck you! Thief to f5. Thief takes maid. Stop it! Thief to z8. Thief takes seer. Fucking stop it! Z8 isn't even a fucking position, you hack! All the world's my board. Thief. Oh, right. I forgot. Before I streamed this, I was gonna look up what the fuck all these symbols are called. I am not sure what I should. Function? Oh, like mathematic symbol for function? Sure. We'll go with that. If anyone has a correction, we can talk about it later. Thief to function 40. Thief takes pawn. Stop it! Did you get the air necklace moment? God. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, is that whenever I read through these updates for the first time on my own, I'm always like, oh, this, that, and the other thing is something that I want to look up and have on hand and find some sources for and have some stuff to talk about, da-da-da-da-da, for while I stream. But, you know, because things happened the way that they happened, and I am just kind of getting caught up on things, there's going to be a few places where that might slip. And yeah, that was Eridan going down. Speak now or forever hold your peace, or if any of you know what that symbol is called. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say you. Alright, going with that. Thief to Mu 22. Thief takes pawn. Equius. Fuck you! Thief to Alpha 612. Thief takes pawn. Kanaya. I'll fucking kill you! I think I know that one. Is that one Theta? No. No, that's not Theta. No. Omega! See? That's what I thought, and then I doubted myself, and then I thought of the wrong one, and then it... Whatever. Yes. Thief to Omega 413. Thief takes pawn. Check. Oh, this car cat. You'll be sorry for this! You'll be fucking sorry! You're a cheap fucking karma ghost. This is a stupid fucking charade. None of this means shit. And I'm never going to be caught up on your fucking games ever again. Or caught up in your fucking games ever again. Of course you will. You think you're better than me? Better than fate? Vriska, I am going to put you in situations where you have the potential to do terrible things. I am going to make things ugly. I am going to corner you. I am going to pressure you. And no matter how much better you claim to be, all I have to do is catch you at the wrong moment. You're one bad turn from burning all your quaint little progress to the ground. One lapse away from being mine again. Get me out of here. I want a do-over. Oh, please. You of all people should know that you don't get do-overs. The rest of these frivolous little vision quests may feel like sparing you the effort of getting things right the first time around, but the real world doesn't work that way. No, you'll just have to endure it. This won't take long. You had a good run out there, flying solo and swashbuckling around as if light itself were yours to command. It'd be wise to remember that it's a borrowed blessing. You flourish at its whim. Continue to spit in its face and take it for granted, and it will abandon you once again, perhaps for good. Do you remember who you were before it chose you? The choices you made when luck wasn't on your side? You were such a delectable little victim. Poor Vriska with her voracious Lucis. With her demanding legacy and her uncooperative, fickle little friends. So much was out of your hands then. How could you help but be my lovely assistant? You didn't fucking own me. Oop. Exactly. But what matters is that I might as well have. You let yourself believe you had no option other than to take me up on my hard bargains, again and again. For all your talk of independence, all your combative posturing and insistence on your own freedom, you barely bothered to put up any actual resistance to my suggestions. Ah! I hate this guy. This kind of talk is, funnily enough, where your headcanon voice for Doc Scratch would really take off. You took the easy way out, swearing all the while it was your move. What a phenomenal waste of your considerable talents. I don't need your compliments. It wasn't a compliment. It was an insult and a warning. You're a trump card, Vriska, but your potency is a double-edged sword. One you've gotten far too comfortable swinging around in the past. What do you intend to fix when you leave this place? What, I wonder, will you break? Ugh. I'd encourage you to be mindful of both. Of course, you could always cast aside those pesky trivialities and go with the flow, smashing through circumstance with nary a thought for consequences. It'd be easier. The late great Tony J. The voice of Megabyte. Oh my god, I love that. Or is it the Elder God territory? I guess that's another voice of his. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. We could dance together again, just like old times. You choose. What'll it be, Vriska? Player or peace? I actually have a post about this. So, naturally, all credit to the person who picked up on this in the first place. Oh, I just realized I lost another link earlier, didn't I? I'm gonna have to go back. Anyway, sorry. So I'm muttering to myself about my fucking editing process as I show you things. So, Thief 2, Infinity 108. Oh, there's my shit loading on my computer. Sorry, my computer is doing... Hello? Are we functional? Okay. Thief 108, the final move. 10.8 was when Beyond Canon started updating again last year. Do we have a new number? Have a new number? Because it has also shown up. We've got lights out at 8 past 1. So that's a little flip on it. But there's a couple other places that's shown up specifically. Oh no, wait a second. No, that's not a flip. I'm just being silly. Specifically in timestamps and other places. And then there's another contribution here saying that that's an important number in the TV show Lost. I don't know how much that is going to end up having to do with Homestuck, but... yeah, so that was a good observation. And another something to keep an eye out for more of. That number probably is going to end up meaning something. I'll put that if anyone wants to poke that post. Thief to Infinity 108. And off she goes. I look forward to finding out. Good luck. Wow, way to rub it in, Aerosol Sprite. But yeah, notably, Scratch is like, no do-overs. But there wasn't a ladder on screen, or at least there's not one there yet. Oh, you totally got traumatized. Level complete. Question mark? But, oof. Ow. Ouch. That's a lot of blood splatters in a lot of colors. And the candle keeps burning down. Yeah, so she's made it through. Amygdala. Nirvana extinguished. Behaviorism broiler over. Or broiler oven. Duh. Boy, that last letter was covered up and was squinting here trying to see. Yeah. Behaviorism broiler oven. Regression roast. Trauma bombing. And up to Pavlov's dog. But DAWGG. Possibly coming up soon. But she didn't make it all the way to. Hello? What is trying to ask me for administrative permissions on my computer right fucking now? Really? My whole screen is blank. Or it's just like my wall, you know, when it does the fade out thing and the thing pops up on your screen. I can't see. I can't. Fucking Java? Now? No, I'm looking at that later. Just get off my screen. Fucking Java in the middle of my streams. Like, you need to stop everything right now and look at me. Okay. I can see again now. I can read the fucking screen again now. Oh my god. What is... Now I'm getting a little pop-up here. Unable to launch Java update installer. Operation was canceled by user. Yeah, I'll fucking look at that late. Oh my god. Okay. No, you guys are getting, like, all of the fucking error noises happening on my computer through the desktop audio. Anyway. The rest of the rungs. Double-binded inhibition. Piaget in a blanket. Somatic spark. Coping machina. Deja Vu-lnerable. Heuristic grace. Burning midnight toil. Productive ember of society. Muy caliente. And transcendental gleam. Yeah, Java's being real needy with me right now. Well, I'll take care of that later. But yes, that is Doc Scratch, and that one did not go super great. Muy caliente is your favorite because it's just nothing. Yeah, it is a good one. It is a little different than the other ones. It's not even a pun. Yeah. But variety is the spice of life. Just gotta, you know, toss some fun shit in random places sometimes. Not saying anything about the Lost reference speculation. Interesting. You've never seen Lost. Yeah. I also have never seen the show Lost, but I have watched and am in the middle of watching the conclusion and I mean, like, you know, I'm speculating because they're streaming, but I don't expect any confirmation or denial of any of that kind of stuff because I know that's not what you're here for, and I wouldn't want it anyway. I like reading the comic and finding it that way. Yeah, where is it? I have too many fucking tabs open. This YouTuber whose videos I generally enjoy, Billiam, over the last 3 years has been posting gradually over time a retrospective on the show Lost, and the last video, the final part about the last season of Lost that was just posted on September 30th of this year. It's almost 9 hours long. I like the way that he does things, and there's a lot of plot summary kind of parts, so it doesn't really matter so much that I've never actually seen the show. And now I never need to, because I will have watched something like 15 hours or 20 hours total of this guy's retrospective deep dive. Yeah. So even with my having all of my knowledge from that, and I'm trying to like, I have no idea how the show Lost would connect to Homestuck in like this particular way, but secondhand Lost. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I am 3 hours, 23 minutes, and 31 seconds into this like almost 9 hour long video. I've been watching it in like 20 to 40 minute chunks, I guess I would say. Man, now I feel like I have to link it. Maybe I'll put a link to the playlist on his channel with all of the Lost videos in it. If my computer would. Man, is that Java update trying to go through? Is that why my computer is being so fucking slow right now? Is it still trying to do shit in the background? It's very possible. Redeem request break song video. I will open that up as well. Once my computer stops being so slow. Yeah, so the full, yeah, it's 5 videos. Let's see, hold on. Okay, so these are estimates. 3 hours, 9 1/3, 12 5/6. I should probably be rounding this more. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna round to the nearest hour instead of trying to add up, or the nearest half hour instead of trying to add up all the quarter minutes or whatever. The nearest quarter of an hour. Let's go that way. 3, 9 1/4, 12 3/4, 18, 19 1/2, 27 1/2, 28 3 1/4. Holy shit. That's genuinely almost 30 hours of Lost meta. Anyway, if any of you are so inclined to subject yourself to 30 hours of learning about the television show Lost, have at her. I watched all of those over a very extended period of time because I was following that channel for a while. Anyway. Yeah. That is... Oh my god, my computer is really having a rough one right now. Oop. That is stream for today. And next time we should be able to just finish it and do the last 2. That'd be next weekend. Because I know that the last one in particular is much shorter. So it shouldn't be too much to promise to say that we'll do all of them. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that, and that'll be next Friday. And then next Saturday, we'll move on to the current month's update. Oh, there is one more coming this month. My calendar would open up. That would be nice. So I can look at numbers. Yes, there is one more update coming later this month that we will stream when it happens. And by then, hopefully it will actually be current. I mean, next weekend is the last weekend of October, so I would not... It's also 10/25 next week, as we were talking about before. Yeah, we're very close to 10/25, so there is a distinct possibility of Homestuck number happening, in which case we will have a new update over the next weekend. But if not, no worries. We'll get to it, streaming it when we get to streaming it. But yeah. That is the plan. Next weekend, we get caught up on Homestuck. Beyond canon. That is the plan. And then, once we caught up on Homestuck, we can fucking get back to Disco Elysium and finish that goddamn fucking game already. I really want to know how it ends, because we're so close, and it's been so long. And it's really good game. So, that's the plan. Yesterday and today should be up on YouTube within the next few days. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you all for joining me on this journey. Happy stream anniversary again. Thank you, Leku. Yes, that is on Monday. These are I guess this is kind of the stream anniversary celebration weekend. This is the closest weekend to it. 7 fucking years, baby. 7 years of this channel existing and doing things. Yeah. I was thinking about this earlier, thinking about like... Now I'm gonna look it up because I don't remember. I couldn't recall exactly when I started putting stuff on YouTube. Because I was thinking about my old desktop computer that ate shit. My old desktop computer that bit the dust because a Windows update went wrong. And it broke Windows. So my operating system was broken. And like we tried to back up my stuff before trying to fix anything, except it the way that it was broken, it was like it could read the file directory, it could read the names of all of the files, but it couldn't like reach the files themselves. So it wasn't able to actually back any of my stuff up. Okay, September 19, 2018. That's when it's telling me I did my first publish. But I know that this volume was streamed in April. Okay, because I was thinking about it and I was like, that was so long ago. But also, holy shit. I think that if you go back into my oldest videos, like I might actually even be heard ranting about that happening when it happened. That's how fucking long I've been doing this stuff. Yeah, because I started uploading with FriendSim when the FriendSim volume started coming out. Damn. Wild. Truly wild. But, Defenestration OS. Yeah, it was really tragic because I had files on that computer that I'd been carrying from computer to computer since I was a child. And my dad found this thing. He was like, this thing says that it should fix your operating system. What it did was it factory reset my computer. So there went all of my stuff that we were thinking we might still be able to get back if we fixed the fucking operating system. Yeah. So, like, still kind of sad about that. But you know what? It's been a lot of fucking years at this point since that happened. So, you know, life rolls on, and Hive Swap happens, and the epilogues happens, and all this other stuff happens. And now we are here. 7 years of streaming. And cheers to another year of streaming cool shit. Alrighty. It's about time for me to sign off and wind down for some sleeping soon. So I will actually genuinely call it there this time and not drag off on another tangent. Year 8. Oh shit, that's right. We're starting year 8 of streaming with more Vriska. Very fitting. Alright. Calling it here. Thanks for joining me. Hope that you all enjoyed. I hope that you all have a good week. Chill week. Where good stuff happens. And, yeah. The verse economy. Yeah. I will see you later. See you around. See you next weekend. Good night.